my energy. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. Ain't no love up in me, sissy. You can see me on my grind. Even in the middle of darkness, Lady Dead will always shine. All I need is an any and my money plus my weed. Rest assured my music thumping, bust a boy that's guaranteed. All these whack ass female rappers wanna sound like Lady Dead. You should give up on your rap and you should work a job instead. Cheap and plenty haters envy cause my pockets ain't on me. You will never top my level and receive what I achieve. Got my own damn car, my own damn cheese, don't depend on no man. You can save your mackin', baby, I don't need no wedding band. Ain't no cooking, ain't no cleaning, that ain't in my DNA. And these suckers trying to date me, best believe they gon' get paid. Take your car keys and your wallet, cause I'm trying to have some things. And this body got you hypnotized, can't get me out your brain. I don't need your itty bitty dick, I just need cheese and beef. I don't want relationships, especially no family. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. Music's thumping, thumping something cause we climbing to the top. Niggas drooling, constantly macking cause they love how my hips rock. I don't read ya, I just bed ya, then I'm slipping out the sheets. Never faithful, never able, Lady Dead is bound to cheat. All I need is double E and not the D. Not the D that's in your pants, but the D that grows like trees. Plus my Nina, then I'm straight. Yes, I'm cooler than a fan. If you want the sexual healing, baby boy, then use your can. Lady Dead gon' keep it gutter, I am not the average hoe. I don't want no pretty roses or no candles when come home. I would rather ride on boats, I would rather have new clothes. I would rather see the barrel pointed right up to your nose. You can't love me, you can't hug me, boy, I'm so unlovable. I stay single like a dollar, cause I must have full control. I just wanna make some money, smoke some weed, and see the world. So remind you one more again, I am not the average girl. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. All I need is my weed and my energy. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I will always be a G. You will never marry me. I flip a crumb to a brick to some rocks to a juice.
Now we chopping up them birds food.
A Chevy to a lack to a vet to a bean.
With this dough we making ends,
I flip a
nigga.
crumb to a brick to some rocks to a juice.
Now we chopping up them birds food.
A Chevy to a lack to a vet to a bean.
With this dough we
My
making
bud,
ends,
you can
nigga.
call me Mrs. Servo, cause I get my hustle on. Looking for some junkie cone, they be blowing up my phone. So you wanna get along, got no money but you chon. I'ma break you off a chrome, meet me in the early morn. I be strapped up with a tone, I will shoot you in your dome. All you robbers coming wrong, I will show up at your home. Gotta make my money, John, fuck with me and you be gone. I be striking for that cone, look, I gotta make it known. I be bout that money, man, for the top is where I aim. I don't play no looker games, niggas out here say my name. Shit, I be the one to blame when they ask who booming things. In the streets, I got the fame, man, you know I can't be lying. I be struggling for that change, try my best to maintain. Watch them shoot it in their vein, it be throbbing in the brain. I be causing plenty pain, eat, sleep, snow or rain. Serving too much cocaine, dog, I'm loving what I got. From crumb to a brick to some rocks to a juice.
Now we chopping up them birds food.
A Chevy to a lack to a vet to a bean.
With this dough we making ends,
I flip
nigga.
a farm to a brick to some rocks to a juice.
Now we chopping up them birds food.
A Chevy to a lack to a vet to a bean.
With this dough we making ends, nigga.
I be posted on the track, slanging rocks back to back. Shit, I even fuck with packs. Everybody know Lil Jack. Man, I'm gonna make a kill. Flip from rocks to 7 deals. Catch me on the corner still, cause I'm out to make a meal. Niggas thinking that I'm heavy, cause I'm riding in that Chevy. Low key, so I can't be sweaty. Got the
She like them 20 sitting tall on a truck.
you ain't mad, is you?
Love to shake that thing and back it up.
You ain't mad, is you?
Trying to catch a baller with them figures.
You ain't mad, is you?
Gold diggers, we call them gold diggers. She like them 20 sitting tall on a truck.
You ain't mad, is you?
Love to shake that thing and back it up.
You ain't mad, is you?
Trying to catch a baller with
You
them
ain't
It's
mad,
horrible. It
is you?
really is. It's so fucking horrible. It's horrible. It's so horrible eating oatmeal. Oh my God. Oatmeal, you know, I had me a little bowl for the first time in a month. And really the worst. Kind of like this bean water I'm drinking with the nasty ass. Oh, I'm going to throw up half and half. Oh my God, horrible. Oh, I should have poured out. That's so bad. I cannot. I will not. Well, I hate talking to you people on the YouTube. I hate getting up here. I hate you. I greatly dislike the viewers. And yeah, another Wednesday evening. But not really, because we've never had this one before. I hate fake familiarity. That's one of the things I despise the most in this society. I hate the fake familiarity of people that I see on the street when they say hello. I hate the fake familiarity of people that I see at the gym who I've seen before, where they think that we're homies because they've seen me before and I've seen them before, but I don't know them at all. Don't know their fucking names. And I hate the fake familiarity of the people who watch my YouTube channel and think they know me. Think with their enlarged brains full of fluid and other strain-resistant bacteria that float around in their their cerebral cortex. So the only thing I'm enjoying about this moment is how much I hate all of you. And I know this to be a fact, and it brings me a slight tingling that starts at the bottom of my toes, works its way up to my ankles, sits there for a while like an ankle monitor, weighing me down to this chair. And at some point, it will rise up to my kneecaps, and I will feel a tingling to run. And then I'll continue to sit here, though, and then it'll rise up into my fucking hip area, and then I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting here talking to nothing. That's also what it feels like. It's like you are the guys that I've met, but not really, because you wish that you were the guys that I met, but you're just the same shit pile that they were. Expressing displeasure in somebody is a necessary evil because it just gets clogged up and stored up. And it's how you really feel, and how I really feel about the viewers. I absolutely despise them. Just for the record, to the people that are here with me, that I can tangibly feel, yes, the spirit of Okama and my cat. I don't like these people that watch me on this thing called YouTube. They're weird as fuck. I don't know them. And they're mostly annoying and just in general not likable. So no, I take more pleasure. Oh, the moon is almost on point. Oh, that's gonna be good because my Friday. Ooh, cool. It's exciting. Let the ganja hit your lungs, hit your lungs, hit your lungs. Let the ganja hit your lungs. I don't like these people. Um, where does one go when you don't like most people? The woods. You go live in a rural area. Go off the grid. That's where you go when you hate people. Get on about 5-10 acres of land. It's a starting point, because if you can get about 100 acres, then you're really exiled. If you can get 500, even better. 1,000, now we've put some distance between us. I don't even want to see you on the horizon. So let me make sure I live in the hills and not on flatlands. I don't even want to see your house, type vibe. Those are the good old days when I would sit out and on that porch at night and look out, and there was no human as far as the eye could see. All I saw were hills over here, hills over there, rolling. Oh, look, cows and dogs, deer, the sounds of coyotes, a creek. Thank you for this view. This view saved my life. Those 6 months saved my life. Off the grid. I was at my boiling point. And thankfully, I am thankful for this property. I have a over a 6 foot high fence that surrounds me, so I'm mostly a hippo in this backyard without any water to roll in. I say hippo because I am mostly fat. I seem to move slowly, but sometimes I move very fast. That's me, a hippo. And it does get mostly boring sitting in this backyard, as they call it, with a fence so high that I can't see anything, can barely see the sky. Oh, there's the sky. Sometimes it feels like paradise back here in this backyard, and sometimes it feels like hell. Where do I go to not have to deal with bullshit? My backyard. But then you feel isolated. You feel a little trapped, a little caged, a little, just kind of bored. So what do? You reluctantly open the gate and you begin to walk. And what do you see immediately? People. People. I don't like being around a lot of people. I am, and I have been, but I don't like it. I realize that I have been torturing myself. It's really hitting me now, this week more than any week, that wow, I have been going out to be around a lot of people, like a lot for me. A crowded bar is a lot of people for me. And that is an element of torture. And I'm really feeling it this week, meaning I am not looking forward to Friday at all. Not even a glimpse. Like Friday doesn't exist to me this week, and I haven't been feeling that way since April 15th, first Friday that it's just been the start of this unfortunate span of my life of going to the bar and meeting people and drinking alcohol. The drinking of the alcohol is not the sad part. It is the meeting people. And then it's also the context of meeting them. And then what happens next after that night. And it's just I do feel mostly disappointed in the quality of people that I have met. Um, and it's no different than when I go to the gym and the quality of people that are there. I really don't enjoy it. I really don't, but I do it. Today I went to the gym after walking a mile and some change. It's about 2 miles with Okama this morning, and then we went to the gym and I did a light circuit. It wasn't even anything incredibly intense, mostly because the people that were there were dragging my energy down. And there was this one perv guy that was there, and he did the same thing that he did the other day. And he tried to work out next to me, and I got very angry. And I moved myself, and I just lost inspiration for being there because I don't like creepy old guys. I don't like perverts. So that type of energy really drags at me. And there was a time in my life when it was just so bad for me to deal with that. I just hated being around it. It was so triggering. I had no other choice but to go off the grid, where I dealt with creepy old men sexually harassing me for 6 months. So when I lived in the Ozarks on the giant farm on 1,000 acres, owned by a dude whose brother was a lawyer for Gaddafi. How can you imagine? No, neither can I. And whose son was locked in the Louisiana State Penitentiary for selling dope and who's, and and it goes on and on. I was sexually harassed by that person. And it just made me angry. The running joke, I was the only female there. So it was me, Mike, who was there every now and again because he was at his primary property in Springfield in a $1 million gated community. So he'd drive down 2 hours every week or so to come to the farm and make sure everything's going according to plan. And it was just me and Johnny on that property. Johnny being a 50, pushing 60-year-old dude who was a living to work there, working to live there type, because he was an expat and had his own property that he bought in gold in near Theodosia. It was Theodosia. Was it Isabella? One of them towns, and barely you could call it a town because there's nothing there, not even a gas station, but it's just a little blip in the road before you get to Gainesville or Ava or West Plains, Missouri. Not Joplin. Joplin's way down there, and Branson's way down there. Lake of the Ozarks is way over there. It's not Lake of the Ozarks area. This is the Ozarks near the Mark Twain National Forest. It's his own little thing. And Johnny was a white male, originally from Amarillo, Texas, inheritance, etc. That's not the point. The point is, it was just me and Johnny on that property most of the time. And he mostly creeped me out sexually. And he was high on meth and selling and running meth. But it was less about the meth for me. It's the creepy sexual energy that is the worst for me, is my overarching point. Yeah. I'm assuming that one doesn't feel creepy sexual energy when one gets married. And I'm assuming that married people never deal with creepy sexual energy. It's only what one deals with when you are a single person. Oh, wait, that's right. A lot of the creepy sexual energy comes from married dudes. Right. So that brings me back to the owner of the farm named Mike. He was married. His wife had a house. She lived in St. Louis, Missouri. So she had her own house that he built. $1 million home he built. And then he had his own house in Springfield. And then the multi-million dollar property in Thornfield, Missouri. So it's $3 million properties that they owned as a family. And this old married dude used to tell everybody that I was his girlfriend. And it enraged me. It enraged me. It bothered me. I didn't think it was funny. It just bothered me. And he thought it was hilarious. And I was highly, highly offended. The sexual harassment, There's all sorts of sexual harassment that one can deal with. Of course, nobody wants to talk about this. It's such a part of our culture. It's just like breathing. It's just what people do. I mean, sexual harassment is something that's always occurring. Nobody's stopping it in the workplace or on the street. I mean, at this point, you can get raped in broad daylight. Nobody's going to fucking even blink a fucking eye. It's funny. Okama said something to me when she was leaving that she literally has never said to me ever. Literally ever. Literally ever. Okama has never said these words to me. Be careful. She said that because she knows I'm going to be going on a walk tonight. What does this have to do with the thumbnail and, the title of the stream? Everything. Everything. Okama said, be careful. And it's funny, I asked her, why did you say that? Because I know damn well she's never told me in her entire time knowing me ever said the words be careful, which is why it was very strange for her to say. Considering what me and her have lived, I'm like, I find that interesting that you would tell me to be careful out of everything we've experienced together. But she's right. We have noted that there seems to be an escalation in a certain creepy sexual vibe right now. It's more than usual. It's just a sexual predatory vibe that's just kind of not in the air, but it can be found in people. Just a certain sexual aggression, which means I got to start carrying a knife with me. I've already thought it through. I don't have to practice for that moment. People, females mostly, but males, but females specifically take sexual assault classes. Not to learn to sexually assault anyone, of course, but sexual defense, excuse me. Physical defense, what is that called? The class where you learn how to fight somebody off who's attacking you, right? I prefer offensive matters, not defense. I don't want to ever have to deal with the moment that a dude is laying his hands on me. For his sake and mine. If you want to stay alive, honestly, don't put your hand on me. I had a dream a couple nights ago that a dude in a public place attempted to grope me in public, and I had a reaction, but because there was other people there that were involved in the ambiance, the group had a reaction, you know. And yeah, the closest thing to like what is considered to be real sexual assault, um and I didn't this is not this everything I'm talking about was is not been pre-thought out. I scheduled this stream with the title and the thumbnail hours ago, but I didn't know what I was going to be saying. I took a nap and I woke up and I started this stream, so this is what's on my mind. Apparently this is what's coming out of me. In terms of what is considered to be like for real, like sexual assault, like you're walking down the street and somebody jumps on you and starts attacking you sexually. Like, I've never dealt with that. I've never been attacked like that. I have been I would guess you could call it sexually assaulted at the workplace. Depending, it's not like it's just you're working and somebody's like attempting to grope you or is groping you. It happens a lot, I feel, in the food and beverage industry. Not something anybody wants to talk about. I'm not trying to relive that moment or many moments that happened when I was 16 working at Chick-fil-A, but moving on. But no, I've never been just attacked in an alley or fucking, brutally beaten and raped on the side of the road. I don't live my days worrying about that happening personally. I'm not one of those females that's carrying a nine or a knife all the time out of fear of being assaulted. Um, and I've never taken a physical defense class, like one of those, like how 10 ways to take down an assailant when they're attacking you on the street. I don't have that. I've never done that personally. I've never taken a fighting class, like how to fight somebody. I think it's pretty lame, honestly. I feel like letting what God gave you, I feel like letting that do its work is the best defense one can have. Just your instincts. You can't plan that shit. Just pure instincts. And when I was walking down the street from the gym with Okama, there's this certain guy that verbally assaults a lot of people. You just see him at all hours of the day marching up and down the road. And a lot of times he verbally attacks people. Like he'll just call people the N-word as they're walking by, or he'll just start verbally assaulting people that have nothing to do with his life type of thing, right? So I saw him today and I had this sudden flash of him like doing something. I don't have these moments very often, if not at all. But today I just had the visual of him attempting to attack me and Okama because he's been snapping on people this past weekend, causing problems, having to be escorted away from the area. So I saw myself in that moment, in that flash of like this scenario, like him attacking me, and it was just like, it would just be a pure stabbing motion to your throat. That's all I know. It's just, there's a certain instinct of just a quick stab to your fucking throat that came to my mind. Um, something about hitting that throat for me. That's the most appealing, because you can take all the physical defense classes in the world and prepare for that moment when you're physically attacked, but it's like you really can't plan for that moment because you just gotta. I mean, there's a lot of variables. So, but the throat is a good place for me to go for. I feel in any way, like just go for the throat, go for the eyes, the throat, just the eyes and the throat. Just go for the eyes and the throat. I'm not gonna kick your groin. What a waste of time. Look in the movies, they show the female kicking his groin. It's like, don't worry about that. I don't worry about that. Go for the eyes and the throat. Yeah. I would never get nails because it's like claw his eyes out. Well, the amount of pressure I know I would probably use on somebody's face, having never done it before, if I use my nails, would cause my nails to rip off. So I don't want to get long nails as a means to claw somebody because I'll end up probably breaking my nail off, and that will be very painful. Then I'll lose my grip. So I can do damage if I stab my 2 fingers. They're very strong, by the way. I have muscular violin hands. I give really great massages because these hands are strong. The fingers are strong as fuck. A lot of muscular development here. I feel like I could do some damage if I really put all my physical strength that I have in these 2 fingers into your eye sockets. Pop them out of your fucking head like eggs. Then take that eyeball when I'm done because it's pure instinct. The moment it pops out of the socket, I squish it with my hand. You don't have an eye to see me again, to even assault me. What is a blind man gonna do? Nothing. Guess you're gonna have to use your seeing stick to the next time you try to attack a bitch. If you come at me like that, I'm gonna go for your eyeballs and squish them out of your head. And I'll keep you alive. You just won't be able to do shit anymore. Can't see nobody. Can a blind man rape somebody? With much difficulty. Can your stick find my pussy? It doesn't take a lot to immobilize somebody. It doesn't take a whole lot. Chop off their fucking feet. I mean, what can they do with stubs? Not a whole lot. Chop off their hands. What can they really do without hands? Not a whole lot, girl. It'll take a whole lot to immobilize somebody. Make them stop. You don't have to throw them in prison. Just take away their means to do the crime. The hands, the feet. Them feet carry you where you need to go. I don't need to remove your kneecap. Remove your feet. You can't go nowhere easily. Remove your hands. What can you do without them? Can you afford getting them mechanical hands? Probably not, girl. Even if you could, I mean, still. I'm not really worried about Mr. Machine Hands out here. Terminator looking ass. Oh, I'll just get some machine hands. Okay. Okay. Take away their ability to see, girl. You don't got to worry about pulling on their cock. And, you want to torture somebody who's a pervert? We always say, cut off his dick. No, cut off his hands. Cut off his hands. That's what you do with a pervert. That includes all the levels of sexual pervs and the shitty things they do to people. I used to say cut off their dick too. Now I say cut off their hands, and that applies to male and female because you can't cut off a female's pussy, and it needs to be an gender equal punishment. When we say sexual perv, it can't just be about cutting off the dick because that's a certain gender-based punishment. only for males. No, let's make it the law inclusive for male and female. Perv is not limited to a male. What do we do with sexual pervs? Cut off their hands, male and female. And for good measure, poke out the eyes because you can't see to do anything fucked up with your hands to somebody. It's hard to rape somebody with no hands. Look, ma, no hands. Can you rape her with your hands behind your back? I don't know. Can you molest him or her with your hands behind your back? It's really hard to sexually assault somebody with no hands, bro. Think about it. Think about yourself with no hands trying to grope somebody. Can't. We're going to grope somebody with your arms and the stubs that you got. Do we need to just cut it off to the elbow? What are you going to do with that? You know what I mean? Wasting all this space in prison. You can put somebody in prison without locking them up, I promise you. Just take away certain functionalities of their human body, they'll be in prison, bitch, because they're immobilized. You know, the idea of prison is to fully immobilize somebody. I mean, that's the whole point in the idea of a cage. They are immobilized from doing anything harmful to anybody outside of the cage. Because, yeah, harm continues inside the cage, you know. The rapists still rape in the cage. The pedos still pedophile in the cage. There's a running myth that child molesters get murdered in prison. No, not really. What a doomy subject. However, it's necessary because that's the vibe. Out of these gates. They don't come in here, though. Until I turn on my computer, then I'm inviting the pervs to my house. You know, there's no escape. I just learned to stop running from it. I would love to just run away and shut my door and find the next best place away from everybody that's a pervert. But I've already tried to live that, and the place doesn't exist. Even if I bought 1,000 acres in the woods, I'd still have to deal with perverts. Because I'd have to go to the grocery store. Isolation is not possible, and it's not healthy. So I found it's more healthy for me to socialize with the perverts than for me to fucking try to lock myself away from the perverts. There was a time in my life where I didn't even want to be seen by people. That was the last 2019, 2020, and 2021. I didn't even want to be seen. Yes, I had to go to the Riverwalk to walk my dog, but I didn't want people to see me. I didn't dress in a way where people would look at me. I didn't want anyone to talk to me. If I saw people on the Riverwalk, get the fuck away from me. Go to the grocery store. I don't want to be seen by none of y'all. I'm just now getting used to people looking at me. Still not used to it. I just spit on myself. How about that? Oh, well. It's my spit. So it's mostly torture. And because I'm on my period, I'm way more attuned to all energy, and the negative energies really is negativity for real. It's really just giving supreme, like, bad vibes. And I mean, I have to rebuild my immunity every week because the negativity gets stronger by the week. It's not like it stalls out. Negativity grows. Negativity grows. Bad vibes grow. If they don't get annihilated, they grow. It spreads. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. So I can definitely note that this week, for the record, and in about an hour, I got to go somewhere. This week, for the record, is probably one of the worst vibes that I have felt in these streets in a long time. And I ask with a joke in my voice, what happened? Like, last week, I had a good week. The first couple of days of last week were kind of like off, but Wednesday through Sunday, I mean, I was coasting I'm walking away from I had a good vibe going. And then come Monday, it's like the goddamn primordial doom ooze. The sludge just exploded. It's just like, wow, this week, I don't know what's really going on in the world. I have very difficulty sitting and staring at my phone in terms of looking at the news. And I have a hard time scrolling these days. This is not scrolling. I'm just occupying one screen and just staying here. But the scrolling is starting to make me dizzy. It makes visually, it's just, I can't scroll, and then go back. And it's like the whole mechanisms of like looking at videos on YouTube, right? Or the new, like I have subscriptions on YouTube, just that whole, like the scrolling and this, it's like, so I'm just doing this. This is me being on the internet. This is me occupying data. This is me posting on social media because, I mean, you can you can think you're going to find me on social media and you might find an account that I'm not using anymore. But I'm not motherfucking using social media except this. And I'm just really not feeling people this week. Like, it's funny that I was so social Friday and Saturday because I was even social Sunday. But Monday, I'm just like everyone's vibe. Like when I leave my house, it's like I just can't wait to get back to my house. But I also hate being here. I hate being in this house, but it's like now it's like, well, I'll just be in the house because it's like really bad vibes when I walk out the door and like go down. I mean, it's just the people were shitty out today. Like I'm just walking by and like bitches is just have attitudes. And I'm like, what's wrong? So then it's like, you know what? I don't even want to be out here, sitting out here with my cup of coffee because everyone's just in a bad voodoo. And then I go to the gym and it's like creepy perv guys. And just like, let me just go back to my house and goddamn close the gates and just like, be in this little fucking bubble. And I hate it. I do hate it because I'm such an outdoorsy person. I love not being in an enclosed space. It's not good for my mental health. I don't even like closing the doors in this house because for me to be totally encased in a box that doesn't open or nothing is open, like closed windows, closed doors, I'm not that person. I'm a leave the windows open even in the wintertime person because I cannot do the suffocating energy of totally sealed in this thing. It's a box, So the other house and every house I've been in since 2000, since I lived in Miami, every place I've ever lived in, I'm always like, open the windows. I don't care how cold it is. Let the fresh air in this bitch. I don't like the sealed feeling. But today I locked the doors. I was so dead on you know what? Let me do something different. Let me lock the vibe out. Because if I leave the window in, the bad voodoo can come in because I left the door open. I leave the doors open a lot, let the fresh air come in, even though it's hot outside. So today I just decided to seal this whole house because these windows are totally sealed. You can't open them. But let me just seal the doors to lock that bad voodoo out. I think it worked a little bit because I did feel a little bit better when I woke up from my nap. But then when I started this live stream, I started to feel a downturning energy of just kind of unenthusiasm because it's just like, this is pointless. Like the people that I'm talking to right now, I will never meet. So it's very weird and gross and disturbing. Just that feeling of knowing that people are watching you talk in real time and there's no relationship. It's really off-putting. It's really creepy. It's really disturbing. It's a bad vibe. It's voyeurism. It's a mental illness. Yeah. It's not my fault that you watch me and you don't communicate with me. That makes you creepy, not me. I'm the one up here showing my face. I'm the one talking. I'm the one communicating. And why are you watching? Are you watching to connect with me? No, you're not. So there's no reason why anyone who ever watches my channel should ever get upset when I say fuck you, because you're not watching to be my friend. You're not watching because you want to connect with me as a human being. You're just watching, meaning you are a voyeur. There's only one person that I am aware of, and I do mean this, and it's a sad fucking truth. There's only one person that I am aware of that watches my YouTube channel. I don't know how consistently, but I know that he watches because I just know that he does, who has made attempts in some way to communicate with me as a human being and connect with me as a human being. Literally only one on a certain level. None of you people have made any attempt to ever connect with me as a person. And that person who has is Barbarian King. And that's not his real name. It doesn't matter what his real name is, honestly. So that's why it does feel weird and it feels pointless to get up on here and talk, because there's no relationship that I will have with any of the people watching. So you're mostly creepy to me. I'm sure you can understand why. You're just like the people at the gym who stare. It's called being creepy. You're a creeper. You people watching. Because why are you fucking watching? You're a voyeur. You're a virtual voyeur. You're peeping toms. You're sexual creepies. And I don't care if you have to feel that, because that's what you are. I'm not the creepy one. You're creepy. Oh, well, what am I going to do about it? You're going to sit there and deny that you're a creepy and you're a creeper. But it is what it is. You are creepy to me. That's how I feel. You're creepy, and it's a fact. You are creepy. You could, connect with me, but you're not connecting with me. I think it's funny that there's anybody who watches my channel who pretends that they're here to connect. No, you're here to watch. We're here to just watch. Peeping Tom. It's bad energy. It's no different than people at the bar who just stare. And I'm like, do you want to talk? Because I don't be looking at somebody unless I want to talk to them. Don't do that shit. Don't even look at me if you don't want to talk to me. Don't even look. Don't even look, bitch. Why are you looking at me now? You don't want to talk to me. I talk like I'm a conversationalist, because I talk as if you're talking to a person in real life. I don't get up on here and do like real lectures. But you don't even communicate. None of you do. You just sit there and look. Because you're fucking weirdos and you're fucking creepos. That's why. That's it. You're all fucking creepy. It's like that dude Khalil. That's a creeper, as an example of somebody who pretended that they wanted to connect with me in the chat. But no, that person, whoever that actually is just a creeper. It's disappointing. It's disappointing to continue to encounter creepers, whether in the streets or on the internet. Creepers are everywhere, and they are male and female. You females are creepy as fuck, for real. Females are really creepy. In fact, I'd say females can be even creepier than dudes. Because y'all do creepier shit. Females do way creepier shit, in my opinion, than dudes do. Females stalk too, and I mean females stalk females. Females are obsessed with other females. Yeah. No shit. That's what a fan is. These females are creepy as fuck. Once again, there's like a gender connotation to certain words. Like, for instance, I'll just go through a list of words, and the gender connotation is always one. Like pedophile. Immediately, everyone visualizes a dude, a male. Like that's just what males do, you know. It's just a gender-based term. But the word pedophile does not mean man. You know, there's no gender there. Sexual predator. Immediately, everyone thinks of a dude, a male. Violent. Immediately, as a person, it's a male. It's a male, not a female. You know, it's all put on the male gender, and I don't like that. Of course, I've dealt with the ones I'm talking about at the gym are male, yes. But no, let's not stop there. There's a lot of female creepies out here, female violence out here. Violent females, creepy females, child molester females, rapey females, sexual predatory females. Okay? And I don't like that shit, bro. And you females need to be cleansed of all unrighteousness. We are tired of you. We are tired of you. Now, I have not reached my happy spot all week, and I know the sweet spot of my energy. I haven't got there yet. And I've been asking Okama, why can't I just get back to the sweet spot of my energy that I was on most of last week? Something has changed between Saturday and Sunday, and between Sunday and Monday. Even I feel it. Then you find yourself trying to tap back into that vibe that you had going on a few days ago, and you can't reach it anymore. And it's like, what happened? Even though I knew this week was going to be pretty shitty, it does not feel like Friday will ever come. In fact, Friday, it just seems silly to me that I'll even be here on Friday. Friday. Who's looking forward to Friday? Not me. Every time I go to the gym, I feel like I'm getting cum dumped on. And I'm just there to work out by these old, decrepit white men and old, decrepit black men, because it's both, bitch. These old black and white dudes that just stand around at the gym looking, peering, creeping, staring, occupying equipment but not utilizing it. It really irritates me. So when I say I hate going to the gym, oh yes, I hate going to the gym and seeing these old fucking creepy dudes. And the things that they do, they won't move out of the fucking way. I am there to work out. I am not there for you to stare at me at 70 years, decrepit years old, and think about what your cock could do if you were younger, bitch. And if I had it my way, if I did, because I don't like when some old fuck keeps looking at me, I would slap the living shit out of you, but it's illegal. I don't care how old you are, bitch. I don't care if you about to be in the grave. And what I'm not going to tolerate is sexual pervert energy. All this hee hee ha ha, I'm an old dirty man bullshit. I'm an innocent old dirty man. No, you ain't. You're just a nasty old dirty man. I don't like hanging out with old dirty men. That's not my thing, bruh. I've hung out with enough of them working on a farm. It's not fucking fun. It's emotionally draining. It's psychologically damaging, and it's overall humiliating. It's like a sexual waterboarding effect of just some old fuck telling you all this shit. You just want to get then I want to go have sex with just a young person just to say fuck that old fucking nasty dude. You know, it brings out the hoe in me. And yeah, after about 3 days in a row of dealing with old white and black creepy dudes at the gym, and some of them keep following me around the goddamn gym. And I'm not imagining it because I tried it. I'm on this piece of equipment right about to work out. I see that old creepy dude out of the corner of my eye. He's just staring. And then he walks slowly in front of me, you know. So then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this equipment. I wipe it down. I go on the other side of the gym just to see if he'll follow. And of course he does. When he was way over there doing a workout routine, I said, enough is enough. I didn't come here for this. What does a bitch gotta do? Leave me alone. That makes me want to get fucked this weekend. Just, I don't care anymore. I just need young dick in my pussy because I'm sick of these old nasty dudes before I fucking go on a rampage. Okay? Before I get me some brass knuckles and start punching fucking nuts out here. Sick of these old nasty dudes. If you are over 45, bitch, fuck off. Let us have our youth. You've had your it's disgusting for a lot of different reasons. It's youth robbing. You've had your time. You are 70. You had your time in the sun. Leave us alone. None of us like that shit. Nobody my age enjoys getting fucking sexually harassed by some old person, whether it be an old lady or an old man. And they sit there looking at pretty young bodies. You're nasty. Go rub on each other in the nursing home. And let me just say this about these old fuckers. They have some of the highest STD rates in the country. Old people. Stay the fuck away from me with your geriatric AIDS, with your geriatric herpes and your geriatric chlamydia. Bitch, it's disrespectful to the youth. Old people don't feel like they gotta respect youth at all. It's always about respect the elders. And no matter how old you are, I'm 45, bitch. I still got to focus on respecting your fucking decrepit ass. And when the fuck will you actually respect me? Old people don't respect young people. It's a fact. They don't. They feel like they can just do and say whatever to anybody younger than them. That's a fact. If they 15 years older than you, they feel they can do whatever to you just because of the age gap. Well, you're the younger. I can treat you however. You just gonna have to take me being a creepy person. And on some Bronx shit, you gonna have to fucking take me slapping the shit out of your ugly ass head. Don't disrespect me looking like the Walking Dead. Don't disrespect me out here looking like goddamn Rumpelstiltskin. Because my biggest weapon before, it's either I'm gonna read your ass in front of everybody, because I can read you back to your goddamn mother's vagina with your 80-year-old pushing 90 looking ass. I can't. You old people, I will give you a fucking heart attack. Quit fucking with me. Because I'm not gonna sit there and do some physical shit. I'm just gonna talk shit to your ass. Talk shit to your fucking old ass. Because that energy makes me really angry. So the best thing I can do is open my fat ass fucking mouth and start talking shit about your old fucking ass and roast you back to your wheelchair. Okay? Because I will. I lived in a retirement community. I know how fucking sick old people can be. They're not innocent. All this innocent old lady, innocent old man shit. Grandpapa and grandma, some of them wicked ass mother have been wicked for 50 years. I don't understand this idea of when you get older, you're suddenly innocent. You were disgusting at 50. You were disgusting at 60. And so now you're just too old to do shit. That's it. You're too old. You've lost your physical strength to do shit. I ain't got time for the myths of old and pussy and cock. They're in that innocent old lady. No, that she ain't no innocent old lady. She's just too old to do all the fuck shit she used to do anymore. Age has kicked the evil not out of her. It's just made her immobilized. That's what age does. It immobilizes you to a certain degree. You don't have the strength to do it the same way you were doing it. It slows you down. You know? Getting older, it slows down the wickedness. So you become wicked in a different way, meaning you just sit on the throne and have ideas. Because how can you be, what's the difference between being wicked at this age? I'd say, what, 20s, 30s? Oh, I thought it was one picture. What's the difference between a wicked 30-year-old and a wicked 80-year-old? Which do you think is more deadly? Most of you will say 30 because you'll think of the prime of youth and you'll go to the idea of physical violence, etc. But old wicked people, oh, those are the ones. They rule the world. They start wars. They get millions of people murdered. Old people. Queen Elizabeth, everybody in politics. They're just old people. It's the archetype of kings, the old king, you know? Let me see what dumb shit's in the chat. Oh, something smart. Thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. Exactly. Leave it to grief to be real with us today. So, yes, you caught the point that I've beaten to the ground. Because there's this myth out here, and it really pisses me off. We should be respecting the youth. I have this conversation with Okama more often than not. Our society is a spread society of infant to the elderliest lying on their deathbed, right? And we're sitting here as a human being. All of my energy goes to what age group? Huh. It's interesting when you really think about it. Who's getting all of my energy every day? What age group? Is it the elderly? Is it the people my age? I would rather give my energy to the youth, people my age. Like, I don't want to give my energy to old people. I feel like my age group deserves my energy in terms of keeping us alive. Why would I worry about keeping the elderly alive? If you didn't take care of yourself in your youth, I mean, to me, that's just, you're just, oh, well, that's your fault. You want us to take care of you when you didn't have any taken responsibility as a 30 and 40-year-old. So now you're pushing 70 and now you demand that young people take care of you in your old age. No, sorry, you figure it out. Like, I'm going to have to figure it out when I'm 70. I don't like that. And then those same old people will sit there and shit talk the youth, talking about responsibility. Bitch, you weren't responsible because you didn't take care of your physical health in your 40s and your 50s. And that's why you got all them diseases at 70. So let's talk about that, because I want to roast the 70-year-olds for a while because they got a lot to say about the youth. Grandpappy energy, they always talking shit about my generation. And that is a fact. How shitty the youth is. Well, let's talk about what you were doing when you were 30. Let me sit down with your grandpa, because I know your grandpa be talking a lot of shit. I will talk shit right back to your grandpappy, bitch. What is he going to do, pick up a cane when I could pick up a bottle? Like, what? Have you ever taken care of an old person? I have. They can be very abusive. Taking care of old people when they get up there and you got to be the one taking care, they can be incredibly abusive. Am I going to be the one wiping your ass? And you're going to have to talk me with a little bit of kindness, Mr. Smith. Can you pee on your own? No, you can't. So I guess you're going to have a little bit of respect for me that I'm wasting my youth putting a catheter in your dick right now. So chill the motherfucker out, Mr. Thomas. I'm sorry that you were an idiot when you were 45, and that's why you dying of old age in this nursing home. However, you need to slow your fucking roll. And no, this is not elderly abuse. You're being abusive to me, the young person, taking care of your old ass, wasting my youth, keeping you alive, my nigga. I could be doing a lot of other things. Do you think I, at 30, want to be sitting here wiping your old wrinkly ass? That's one of the most disgusting jobs on planet Earth, is taking care of old people. It's like taking care of a wicked baby. Done it, will never do it again. Worst job of all time. Home health care aide. Yes, even I've done that shit. In Florida, of all places. I'm tired of these old people. I don't care about your grandma. But I don't care about your grandma. I don't. I genuinely mean I don't care about her. Am I going to go on my way to hurt her? No, but I don't give a fuck about your grandma and your grandpa. I don't care. Okay. Why should I have to care about your grandma and your grandpa? They're not my grandpa. They're not my grandma. My grandma is dead. R.I.P. I don't. not my Gma, not my papa. Okay? Y'all need to slow your roll. Always trying to recruit everybody to care about your grandma. You know those people? My grandma. And they introduce, this is my grandma. Bitch, I don't motherfucking care about your grandma. I don't care. Like, leave me alone. Tired of meeting everybody's damn grandma. That's my grandma. That's great. Good for you. That's your mother's mother. Who cares? I see why. What do you want me to say? I see why you're such cunts. Like, you introduced me to your bloodline. Hey, it's my grandma. I want you to meet my grandma. I want you to meet my grandpa. Great. And now I can see why you're such a jackass. Like, all right, cool. I got to meet the ancestors. You know what I mean? All right. Like, okay. Like, something's in the air. It's just, it's giving monkeypox. It's some monkeypox vibes out here. People will try to rob you of your sense of humor because they're just so miserable, and then it's like they just suck the moisture. Like humor, natural humor. We're not talking about degenerate behavior. We're talking about just a lightheartedness, a respect for life, and a lightheartedness, and a beauty of kitty cats and rainbows and bunny rabbits that are smiling, eating their clover, and beautiful deer and ducks, and just a beautiful day, you know, and the gators are enjoying their swim and the hippopotamus is having a good time. And then here comes the Debbie Downers that are just bitter and get angry at us as we're just living our little life on nature. The bees are buzzing and somebody's mad at them for doing what they do, which is giving us flowers. Those negative people that say they hate bees and want them to die, it's like you hate flowers then because you hate what the bees do and the bees give us flowers. So you hate flowers, right? Because you hate bees. And if you hate bees, I hate you. You hate life if you hate bees. And lots of females hate bees. But isn't it funny that somebody who's supposed to be giving birth hates bees? Like that's supposed to be, bees are supposed to be your kindred spirit as a woman, the bee. You're supposed to relate to the buzzing of the bee and the little legs scratching together and the little flower and the creation of more flowers. That's what being a female is, you know, blooming flowers and bees buzzing. But females that are like, fuck bees, they're horrible people. Horrible people. Not life givers. They do have babies, yes, but you can pop a baby out all day and not be a mother. Let's just sit on that for a moment. Yes, ladies. Yes, that's great. You had a baby. Let's go over this one more time because I think some people have forgotten. Great. You're pregnant. Wonderful. Doesn't mean you're a mother. What I've heard and seen you females do to your children makes me thankful I don't have children. Not because I'm afraid I would do that to them. It's just like I don't want them to be raised in the same world that you exist in. You know, when we say the world, like I don't want to bring children into this world, we're talking about around people like you. You are the world. You're the world. When we say I don't want to bring children into this world, we mean you. We don't want to bring children. I don't want to bring a child around you, you know. And I don't want to bring a child. I don't want to be a mother having to deal with, like, you know, in this society, this environment would require me to, if I have a baby, I have to enroll them in school or homeschool them. I don't want to homeschool. I've already thought all of this through my whole adult life in pockets of time. It's just a process. You know, I don't have to sit here and think about having a baby. It's just a lifestyle thing. Like, does my lifestyle equate to me having a child? Currently now, like, you can't like have a certain lifestyle and then get pregnant and be like, okay, let me change my lifestyle to get ready for a baby. You know, That's what a lot of people do. They're already like in a certain lifestyle, then they get pregnant, then they do lifestyle change. Let's get ready for a baby. No, you should already be ready for a baby before you get pregnant. That's not something you should just suddenly, oh, let me just suddenly like having a child is a very serious situation that you females, I'm not even going to talk about males because you females immediately want to bring up fatherhood as the issue, the central issue of why you're a shitty mother. No, no, no. Let's just focus on you as a mother first. Let's not even discuss him because no matter how shitty the father, no matter how shitty the father is, the female, no matter how shitty she is as a mother, will always be applauded more than the father as the best parent. She can be the shittiest mother and he can be a shitty father, but she'll still get more of the credit because she's the one that, just because she pushed the baby out of her fucking uterus. That's it. Maybe let him suck on the titties a little bit. Barely. Bitches don't really breastfeed anymore. Not really. And the ones that do got to make TikToks about it. Look at my child on my breast. Like, go make porn. Like, you're sick, bitch. We don't need to see that. Then you say, I'm anti you breastfeeding in public. Breastfeed in public if you want, bitch. But I don't need to see a close-up zoom in of your baby's mouth on your nipple on TikTok. You sick fucking bitch. You're not there to showcase breastfeeding. You're there to be a pervert, is what you're there for, ma'am. You bitches is pervs for real, and then you want to always act like you're not. You are a pervert. And these dudes know it, and they're just waiting on me to say it. Because it's illegal for them to call you a perv, right? Good. I'll be the one to call you bitches fucking pervs. Because I know you're pervs, because I'm a female. I know what y'all be into. I know what y'all do in your little girls groups that you don't want dudes to know about, your little secret society of no dudes allowed. Let me play a song. Let me chill out. Let me chill out. Let's have good energy. This is good energy. It's called taking out the trash. Taking out the trash is good energy. Good energy is not about sitting in a quiet meditational state and just shh. It's about getting shit done. It's about taking out the trash. Doing the good deeds. Removing the problem is good energy. Okay? So yes, me reading you for filth is good energy. Because it's me saying the truth, and that is good energy. Only a negative person would call what I'm saying negative. Because what? It's fucking true, you bloated uterus. You bloated fallopian tubes. You bloated vulva. You bloated motherfucking clitoral hood. I'm allowed to talk shit about females. I will not go to jail. What will happen, though, is the females will develop schemes and plots to destroy me. That's it. No shit. I've been dealing with evil female energy my entire life, starting with the most evil female in my life, my mother. Secondly, my sisters. Thirdly, you. It's nothing new, girl. We've been doing mean girl things since we were born. Now, these dudes are scared of you. They don't really get it. But I'm not here to help them. I'm just here to do what needs to be done. Okay? You bitches think you're slick. You think you're slick and you're not. You think you're so intelligent. All of your plots and schemes. Oh, a female with her plots and schemes. Look at her go. She thinks about it night and day. Plots and schemes to hide away. She'll believe she will win. A wicked woman. That's what most of the Bible is about, by the way. The Bible has a lot to say about wicked women. For all of you good Christian girls, you always skip over those verses, don't ya? don't ya? I can tell you this much about me. Little known fact: I don't plot and scheme. I don't. So I'm at a disadvantage from a bitch who's plotting on me, right? Not really, girl. I got super Psy on site. You think you're plotting on me, so it's all about a secret plan, secret things that you're doing that I don't know about. Girl, I can see you clear as day what you're doing. You know, I just don't care. That's the point. You doing the most, doing too much. Bitches love thinking that they're one upping you. They're with their little secret plots. Like when they, she doesn't know that I did that. I'm not that type of person. I don't be doing like sneaky shit. I don't. I don't sneak. It's not in my repertoire of living. There's nothing sneaky about me. I don't sneak around like you, bitch. I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna all this sneaking and peeking that you motherfuckers be doing, girl. Sneak into the fridge, sneaking into the goddamn bank. Just always sneaking around, sneaking and sneaking over there with sneak. Like, girl, bye. We're tired. You're exhausting. Nobody trying to play hide and seek with you. Look, try to find where I'm at. I ain't gonna try to find where you're at, girl. You gonna be in that closet hiding from me, talking about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, bitch. Ain't nobody trying to come open up that door. And you just gonna suffocate in there, bitch, because I don't give a fuck about looking for that ass. I took something from you. You gotta chase me. I ain't gonna chase y'all. Just buy another one, girl. I stole something from you. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Don't care. You can have it. Ah ha ha. Female, it's that awkward shit females be doing. You know what I mean? Like where they think that they did something to destroy you, and you just sit back and you're like, the fact that she did all of that, she planned that out, and she put it to play. She put it into effect, and she accomplished her goal and thought she won. Is beyond my comprehension because that level of stupidity doesn't even exist in my brain to comprehend, which is why she feels smart. That's the science of that female. Because it's so incomprehensibly stupid. Because she did something beyond your realm of understanding, meaning it's so dumb, she thinks that she's smart because you simply don't understand it. But not because that was highly intelligent. It's just because she's that dumb. So she's over there, yes, I did it. I won. You're dumb because you don't understand what I did. You're right, girl. This is when I have a dick. You're right, babe. I ain't know why you did that because you're just dumb as fuck. You trying to flip the dumb on me because I didn't understand why you did that. And so because I didn't understand why the hell, hun, that you did that, sweetheart. Baby cakes, honey buns. You think I'm dumb and you trying to get me to feel dumb. Oh no, I don't feel dumb at all, baby. Not at all, girl. Because that is so dumb. My brain is too smart to handle that dumbass shit. And it won't even fit inside my skull to even entertain for longer than this time that I'm telling you about it, babe. So, babe, you go enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'm going to go back to what I was doing, meaning not paying you any mind, girl. Because all you trying to do is get attention. Okay? Some people in a relationship are just there to get attention, not to have a relationship. It's just like, look, babe, look at me. I did this. All right, babe. No matter what it is, good or bad, they just want your attention. Do you want to join the circus? Like, hey, babe, look at what I did. Look at what I did. You know that bitch in the relationship? It's always, look at what I did. Look at what I'm wearing. Did you see my outfit, babe? And your entire role as the man in that relationship is to just give her attention, not have a relationship with her. Just give her attention. Give her some noise. Bitches love noise as compliments to their what they've done. You know what I mean? Just noise. Because what is this? That right there is the key to a bitch's heart. It's the key to spreading a bitch's thighs, the size of the parting of the Red Sea back to Moses' days. You feel me? If you want to part them thighs, make sure that gap spreads all the way to the full extent of that. You know what I mean? Do I need to keep going? You got what I'm saying? Spread them pussy lips, make it moisture come out. All you got to do is this. Oh my God, I'm coming. I'm coming. That's all you need to get. That's all you need to do to get a bitch to come for you is clap. Try it in the bedroom. Next time your wife or your girlfriend's like, I'm ready to have sex with you finally. When she's in the bedroom, ready for whatever, just stand over her and do this. You don't even have to put the dick in. She'll just start squirting because that's all she wants. Applause, attention, noise in her ear. Because it's exhausting. These females are exhausting. I can only imagine what you go through as a male. Babe, look, I did this. Like as a dude in a relationship, I mean, it's a constant like having to give her attention and noise. Constant doubt. Do I look pretty? Yes, you look pretty, babe. Of course. I've been fucking you for the last 3 years. Do I look pretty today, babe? You didn't compliment me on my outfit today, babe. You didn't tell me how good I look today, babe. Of course you look good. I'm with you. How many times do I have to tell you you look good? What I don't understand as somebody observing that energy instead of me reenacting it on the screen, as somebody as a third party of a relationship, I do not understand the female who constantly needs her husband or boyfriend to tell her how good she looks every day. If he's with you, bitch, of course he thinks you look good. Why does he have to keep saying it every fucking day? I'm tired for him. He doesn't get a break because if he doesn't tell you, oh yeah, you look good today. Oh, babe, you think I'm ugly? Or she does some passive aggressive shit to get back to you for a slight that she felt and you didn't even. Most dudes in relationships after a certain point, after the honeymoon phase, they don't even know what they've done wrong. She just doesn't even bother telling it. She just starts doing shit. She just turns away. The infamous when she turns away moment. And then you hit her with the, what's wrong, babe? Nothing. And what she wants you to do, that's called the passive aggressive time waster parasite energy. That's an immature female. As a woman, if you, my man, boyfriend, husband, don't matter, the title, you're my man, and you did something to piss me off, it is not your job to come, like, number one, you should know, but I should have you. If you've really pissed me off for real, it's my job to say something, not do passive aggressive shit where I just pull away and then hit you with the what's wrong energy for you to try to drag it out of me. And then I resist. I don't want to tell you nothing. That's toxicity, bitch. That's toxicity. It's disrespectful to him. I don't care what he did to you. It's still disrespectful. Listen, no matter what he did that was wrong to you, I don't care if he cheated on you. I don't give a fuck what the fuck the motherfucker did to you, bitch. You're in a relationship with him, right? Because you're not breaking up with him, right? Over that thing that he did. You didn't break up with him, so you're still in a relationship with him, no matter what he did. And you're not going to sit there and just tell him how he made you feel. You're going to do that nothing. And then just do passive aggressive shit to make him feel bad and never tell him what he did to piss you off. You a toxic ass fucking bitch. That's disrespectful. If he did something to piss you off, say the shit, bitch. But you don't respect him. You expect him to just respect you. But what respecteth dost thou haveth for his motherfucking ass? You don't respect his mind. You don't respect his feelings. Because if you did respect his feelings, when he did something to piss you off and then you had emotional response and then he clearly upset you. So just tell his ass, well, I don't want to, fuck him. If you're pulling fuck him energy in the relationship, just break up with him. Because if you care about him and you care about the relationship and you care about y'all being together and he pissed you off, then tell him what he did so he can work with you about the issue. At least give him the opportunity to motherfucking fix it. You bitches don't even do that shit. You don't. And it never gets resolved because that moment, I've seen that moment play out in a bunch of people's relationships. I've watched it in real time. He'll do something, she gets upset. What's wrong, babe? Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then days will go by. That was never addressed. He just has to keep going about his day, blah, 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 blah. And then it happens again. That's disgusting. If he did something to piss you off and you can't tell him what he did wrong, then you need to break up with him and move on and quit wasting his time. You're wasting his time. That's what it is. And you bitches is disrespectful because you have no problem wasting these dudes' time. You do. For all you females that cheat. That's disrespectful because you're wasting his life. He's working a job because we're in our 30s. We're not in our 20s anymore. And we were working jobs in our 20s. We're not in our teens. Of course he's working a job. Okay, of course. He's working a job. You're in a relationship, married. Doesn't matter if you're married or it doesn't matter the title. You're together in a relationship. He's been working his ass off. And of course, his job is paying for aspects of your life, even if you have a job. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she has a job or not. Always the male's paycheck will be paying for aspects of the female's life. You bitches need to quit playing with me. In fact, you bitches will have your own place, your own car, all of your bills paid and can be afforded. This is how sick you bitches are, how fucking disgusting. You already have the amount of money to pay for your whole existence and then some, and you're in a relationship with him. You will still expect him to spend a majority of his income on you when you don't even need his money. Just because you're with me and you have to show me how much you love me fiscally. That's road as fuck. Let me tell you something. If I had a job where I'm paying all of my bills on my own, everything, I don't need no roommates. I got my own place. All of my bills is covered, and I still got a little bit of playing money. I'm describing a very specific bitch, by the way, because I'm not saying everybody lives this way. Of course not. But those bitches that do have enough money to cover their housing, their car note, and all the other things in between, and still have some playing money, then you good on money, right? Because if you have money left over to play a fuck around with, then you making good money. Because everybody ain't making that kind of money right now. Just for the record. Because them bitches forget that everybody don't live that way. They're entitled. And you can have a job. People think entitled people are people who are homeless. No, girl. The homeless people I meet don't have entitlement issues. It's them bitches that I'm describing that have good jobs paying for everything that still feel entitled for other people to pay for their shit. Bitch, why are you acting homeless? Because it's that same bitch that talks shit about homeless people. They're so entitled out here asking for help. Bitch, you're asking for help because you're asking your boyfriend to help pay for a lot of your meals when you go out to dinner. Why is he having to pay for your meals when you have money to cover that? Why is he having to pay for jewelry when you have money for that? Why is you expecting him to pay for your spa experience when you have money for that? Seems like you're asking for help, girl. Why are you entitled to his money when you have enough money to cover your shit, your nails, your hair? He needs to pay for my nails. He needs to, so you can stack up more. Let me tell you what these bitches be doing. I know it. They're sexual scammers. We're not in the realm of prostitute anymore. We're talking about wives and girlfriends. Just use the term wife because, bitch, if you're a girlfriend, you might as well be a wife. Same thing, same energy. What's the difference between a girlfriend and a wife? Nothing. Literally nothing. What's the difference between a hooker and a wife and a girlfriend? Nothing. Nothing. Let me tell you something. I don't even let dudes buy me drinks at the bar. I don't even like it. Anytime a dude says, let me get you a drink, I always tell them, I promise you, you don't have to. Because I understand that gender dynamic. I'm not a feminist. Dudes don't owe me just because I got a pussy. I really am about equality. If I got the money to pay for it, I will pay for it. I'm not a beggar and you don't owe me a drink just because you're a dude and I'm a female. I love shaking that shit up. How about this? I'm going to buy you a drink tonight because I got some coin. I like the feeling of buying you a drink. It's not a domination thing, and you don't owe me shit. I just want to buy you a drink because, bitch, I'm sick of this gender roles shit like that for shit that don't matter. For the roles that do matter, like gender roles matter, but you never want to actually have the natural gender roles. You want to sit there having gender roles over shit that don't matter, like who buys who a drink and who buys who dinner. That don't matter. I'll buy him dinner if I got the goddamn money. I've paid for a dude's cover into the bar before. Bitch, I don't care if I got it and I want to hang out with you. I'll pay for it. Doesn't matter who pays for it. That doesn't matter. But you bitches are entitled. You want him to pay for everything off his money from his job. While you have all your bills paid, you have money to pay for that shit. But he's supposed to pay because why? He's a dude. But you're about gender equality. These bitches is not about gender equality. All these feminists. These feminists are man haters. They hate men. All these sluts for Jesus and slut for our life folks. These goddamn feminists, these slut march bitches, they hate men. I think we all know that. Do they know that we know that? Because they act like we don't know that. Like, bitch, I think we all know that. I think we know that. But you be out here, I'd like gender equality, gender equality, gender equality. Ain't no gender equality. You want him to do all the goddamn shit for you, bitch. Bitches is out here for real. Let me tell you a little scam that I see. It's a girl. It's called what I call a girlfriend scam. Okay. It's a female who wants to get in a relationship to stack money. Females do this shit and they do it on a schedule. And you dudes out here be getting girlfriend scammed for real. There are females out here who seek out this very specific I want a boyfriend dynamic. And what does that mean? I can stack up a little bit of coin for a while because I'll get him to pay for a lot of my shit. And then at some point, once I get enough money stacked up, because I have a job, I have a job, I have my own place, and I have I met you, and now you're my boyfriend. I already have my whole life set up. I'm in my late 20s, early 30s. I got my own place, I got my own bills, I got my own job, you know. I want to get a boyfriend because if I get him to pay for a lot of the shit I would usually be paying for, I can stack my own money up a little bit into some savings. And then at some point, I'll break up with him. I'll use that money that I stacked to take a trip somewhere, to do things I can't usually do. And then at some point, I'll bleed that account dry and then I'll get another boyfriend. That person does not believe that she's a hooker, but she is. It's because she has one sexual partner at a time, but she's sexually scamming him. That person exists. I watch it every day, girl. And as long as I just keep breaking up with him one every year or one every 6 months, I'm not called a hoe. Because I have a boyfriend. I'm not a hoe. He's my boyfriend. Oh, those are the best. And those ones are more lethal than hookers. Hookers are way more, I talk a lot of shit about hookers, but at least I know hookers are more honest. At least I'm just being honest about selling cat. I mean, at least I'm not pretending to be your girlfriend and just using you for money and a trip and a, free salon day spot, because that's what it means to be a girlfriend. He's going to take care of me for a while and I can save money. Yes, I mean, financially, it's better to be booed up than to be single. No shit. Better to be booed up with a man than with a dude than to be single. Right? Another partner, they call him my partner or my boyfriend. And they'll use that dude for a while, maybe for a career boost. Maybe he has access to a certain field, ladder climbing females. They'll boyfriend it up with dudes. Like she can use him to get a certain type of job, access to this certain environment. And once she gets into that environment, she'll cut him loose and then say, thank you. Maybe even stay cool with him because you don't want to, I don't want to burn the sexual bridge females. So they're always, any female that's always cool with all of her exes is that exact person. She wants to leave that door open just in case. For maybe, she's not really cool with her boyfriends because she's such a good person. Because that female always wants to act to everyone else that oh yeah, I'm cool with all my exes because I'm just such a chill, good girl. No, she fucks with simps, number one. Number two, she wants to make sure that in case anything ever goes wrong with the path that she's taken, she can always jump back to a prior relationship and use that if as a backup. Because these bitches out here with careers don't know if they're going to last for long, you know. It's true. It is what it is. Let me smoke this cigarette. What time is it? All right. I'm sick of this playlist. Oh, I'm already over my own playlist. I've listened to it so much, but that's good. At least I've played it. I've really gave myself to this music. You know, just really played the fuck out of these tunes. Worn it out like a good t-shirt. Now we change our clothes. Oh, I will say this because I never got to talking about this. This is a whole topic that I was going to do on my plague stream that is now not available, but because it doesn't matter. But I wanted to get into this subject matter, war brides. That is an incredible, interesting rabbit hole. And I would equate the type of female that I just described, the girlfriend whore, the girlfriend hooker, because it's the same thing as a war bride. You use a male to get out of a certain situation and you stay in the relationship just for the purpose of escaping a shitty situation. War briding it. And you can be on American soil fucking with American dudes, war briding it out here. You know? But that's for a later date. Because I got to go somewhere in the next 30 minutes.
Saying no, so I'ma drop her off at the next corner store. Rhyme with this drunk bitch, I'm gone on that road. I'm rhyme with this drunk bitch, I'm tired of this hoe, and I just wanna fuck, but yet this hoe is saying no, so I'ma drop her off at the next corner store. Rhyme with this drunk bitch, I'm gone on that road. I'm rhyme with this drunk bitch, I'm tired of this hoe, and I just wanna fuck, but yet this hoe is saying no, so I'ma drop her off at the next corner store. Don't wanna date this bunch of Gucci. No, you been on buy your Gucci. Don't take your ass back to the project. Let's get a job, this wanna be Gucci. Everyone knows that you always screwing. Known in the whip, go get a good chewing. Home like you just.
No, truly, I'll just leave a few footnotes. This is just some interesting subject matter I was researching that led to my plague stream a couple nights ago, and I just never got to. I was researching plague and prostitution and military and how it all intertwines, and flooding, and it all intertwines, but it does. It's circular. Anyways, but it is very interesting to go down the rabbit hole, the literal linear rabbit hole of war brides. Don't stay too linear because you'll miss the bigger picture. But war bride, you know, U.S. military occupation specifically, but war briding is such an old phenomenon. Like, it's not just specific to the U.S. military. It's just an incredible rabbit hole. It's very disturbing rabbit hole. But I mean, especially the South Pacific and the Asia, you know, war bride rabbit hole. Very interesting. You know, it's just an interesting rabbit hole, and there's nothing positive about it, even though most of the brides are smiling. You know, it's just disturbing. And that's how a lot of America has been populated in the last 60, 70 years. War brides, you know, that's where we get a lot of the mulattoes and the mixed babies, you know, war brides, you know. A lot of first generation Vietnamese, first generation Filipino, first generation Japanese were war brides, you know. Not a positive thing. Not a positive thing. It's celebrated. It's like, oh, look at the war brides, and it's not a positive thing. It's not a love story. It's just like, it's not a love story, bruh. My grandma was from the Philippines. Like, not a love story, dude. Like, anybody whose grandma, great grandma came from the Vietnam War, or the goddamn Japan occupation, the goddamn some whatever war over in the South Pacific, Asian World War II shit. That's not a positive. It's not a love story. But okay, dude. It's not a love story, bro. That's like, oh, Pocahontas and John Smith. Like, come on, man. I mean, listen. I have nothing wrong with anybody getting with anybody. I don't need to use the term interracial because I don't believe in that shit. It's just people with people. Like, who cares? This is not about people being with people. This is about trauma bonding, prostitution, and a way out. Like, that's what that is. It's not love. That's called terror and fleeing. And I'm killing your people, so come fuck me and be with me, and I'll save you from your own country. Like, that's not love, dude. That's escapism. That's trauma. That's war. That's violence. And that's sex mixed into what we're calling a love story. That's not love. There's nothing wrong with an quote unquote Asian getting with a black man. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a white woman getting with a black man, or a black woman getting with a white man, or a white man getting with a white woman, or a white man getting with an Asian. There's nothing wrong with the quote people and what they look like fucking. That's not the point. It's the context of how they got together is the situation we're describing. Okay? For all of the mixed people getting triggered. What are you trying to say? I'm saying the context in which your parents or your grandparents got together was fucked up, is what I'm saying. I don't discriminate about the color of cock. That's a great movie. Instead of The Color Purple, The Color of Cock. And it's just a whole story about how it doesn't matter what you look like. Okay? Oh, God. Bonding over trauma is not the best way to start a relationship, okay? It's not how a relationship should begin. Oh, we're just going to bond over similar traumas. Yeah, that is a type of molecular bonding. Yes, that is magnetism at work, but it's not healthy. It's not a healthy foundation for a relationship. Okay. Oh, we have this in common. We were both beaten as children. Let's fuck. Let's get married. We went through this specific trauma. We both had shit like, that's not why we should get together. Similar traumas. Like, oh, we're Native American. Our grandparents went through the Trail of Tears. Let's marry each other. Like, what the fuck? I don't need that. I don't want to see this stream again. This stream will be up longer than last night's, but I take them down because we need to move on. Okay, we need to move on. We don't need to remember yesterday. We need to just move on. So I just take my streams down. We need to move on and not get stagnant. If I left every stream up, I mean, honestly, it would just be nasty looking at my YouTube channel. I like it to be clean. I keep the foundation of the violin shit as a continuous troll because, of course, I'm not playing the violin anymore, girl. And, of course, those tracks were recorded on GarageBand 10 years ago. My violin freestyle covers, those are old as fuck. But I like removing the live streams because let's move on and let's just keep moving on. Every day we move on. That's the energy that I occupy. Like, next new day. Keeping videos up from 10 years ago is so outdated. If you still got videos up on your channel from 9 years ago, you are stuck in the past. Move on. Give us something fresh. Give us something fresh on your channel. I don't want to see thousands of videos to scroll through on your channel, and I could do like the Price is Right with the wheel. I don't want that. Your channel's giving the price is wrong because honestly, it's kind of the same old song. You know what I mean? Like content wise is what I see on your channel, which is why I just be on my channel, just talking, trying to change up the subject matter. The visuals mostly stay the same. You're mostly going to see me sitting in a chair because I'm not here to do a vlog and point the camera at the kitchen and give you different views of the living room and zooming in on my toothbrush and look my mirror and look at what's in my cabinets and look at my, I don't need, who cares? Like, who gives a fuck? We've seen enough of what's in my closet, what's in my cabinet, YouTube channels. But you have nothing to say. You keep redecorating your room because that's all your channel is my decorations in my room. Look at this new thing I bought. So you're financially going into a hole because that's what's making your channel go. So you have to keep buying shit, Boring. You have to keep moving. Like, bitches will literally move to a different apartment just to have a new environment for their YouTube channel. Like, okay, I moved. It's content. I moved. I have content. I moved. I just moved, guys. So that's content. Like, bitches will move for content, bruh. Bitches do anything for content. They go shopping for content, like literally for content. They're not even shopping for themselves. Like, they do it for content, for their YouTube channel, for their Instagram. Bitches will go shopping just to have a different outfit for YouTube. Literally. Blowing up these online. That's why we have cheap clothing now from Shine and Fashion Nova. You know why we have these mass-produced cheap clothing? For bitches to do cheap outfit changes for their TikTok videos. Because when you do TikTok, you need to have a new outfit every time you appear on the screen. That's why we have people are asking, why do we have these new clothing options where it's just mass-produced cheap clothing? I've been on Shine.com. It's incredible how much clothing is on there. And it's cheap for bitches who do social media. So they can have it's just a quick, cheap, it's like theater. Quick, cheap outfit change, just as a visual. That's why we have cheap boutique clothing online for bitches to have a million outfit changes for their Instagram reels, their TikToks, because you don't want to wear the same outfit again for TikTok, for Instagram, for YouTube, right? You bitches ain't slick. We over here like to talk about different things. You bitches just show us different things, like the new candle you bought, the new pair of shoes you just got, okay, and the new vase you bought, the new cutlery, the new dishes, the new Tupperware container, the new blender you bought. Just go down the list. Look at this thing I just bought, this other We are tired. We are so tired of watching your shopping channel. Bitches with the makeup channels. I'm sorry to you bitches with the makeup channels with the millions of views. I've watched a few of them just to see what the fuss is about, because honestly, if it's getting millions of views, then it must be something interesting happening. No, it's the same old, same old. Bitch, I'm sorry. I see that you do like all sorts of crazy makeup on your face, but it's like it all looks the same to me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't, sis. I don't care. I don't care. I don't even look anymore. I don't look. I know it's there. I don't look. I don't click on it. I don't click. The females that do the haul video. I've never understood the haul videos. Shopping haul videos where they just open the unbox. Like, how dumb of a society how boring and dull are we that we literally sit on our asses, on our phones, or just looking at a screen, watching somebody open a box and say, this is what I bought. How boring are we to watch that? Like, why is that interesting to us? Watching somebody open a box and pull things out of it and say, show us each item. Why are we watching somebody try on clothes? Seriously, why is this content? Why is this interesting? These videos get millions of views. That's telling me there's millions of retarded people. That's not interesting, dude. Hauling video, my Shine haul, Fashion Nova haul, H&M haul, Nordstrom haul, Macy's haul. All I'm seeing is you trying on clothes, girl, that I don't want to buy. Why would I watch? Why would I want to watch you try on clothes? I'll just go put on. Why? Why? Why would I want to watch you make a smoothie? I'm making a smoothie, guys. Why would I want to watch that? A banana. And then you bitches think everyone's so dumb. You sit there giving exact measurements for a smoothie, talking about, I make the perfect smoothie. Anyone can make the perfect smoothie, bitch. In fact, I've stopped drinking them. They're so dumb. The other night, I sat in bed and I ate. I had a half, like, no, 1/4 of a container left of Greek yogurt with all of the fat. Because what's the point of eating non-fat yogurt? I don't get it. So then I chopped up a banana and I had a spoon. I put a spoonful of peanut butter in there. Wrong move. And I just kind of mixed it up just a little bit. And I said to myself, why would I then take these ingredients and put them in a blender to puree it into the consistency of baby food when I can just eat it whole? I'm over it. You want my Vitamix? Because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the baby food generation. That's a baby food. Smoothies are a new phenomenon. They didn't exist 100 years ago. It's for bitches and people who are too lazy to chew their food. I'm saying this because I used to drink a lot of smoothies too, so I'm recognizing that. Like, what am I, a fucking baby? Give me my papa. I can't chew the food. I gotta swirp the banana. I gotta swirp the mango. Like, bitch, just chew the fucking mango. Are you too lazy to motherfucking chew? You know what I mean? The mango, the apple, the celery, you can't chew it. You're too lazy. You need to blend it up in the window so you could sip it into this sippy cup and walk around like a fucking baby bitch. Pick up a banana and peanut butter and pop. Like, bitch, chew your fucking food. Seriously. That's just my personal stance. Now am I going to go attack people who are drinking smoothies when I see them? No, I mostly ignore them. What a waste of time. Plus, it fucks up your digestive system. The idea is if you drink smoothies, it's easy on your digestive system. Actually not, because you're consuming whole foods that are the enzymes of a banana. Just take a banana. There's a banana. A banana is to be eaten. We've gotten out of the just eating food thing, because we see a banana and we say, it can go in a blender. No, it can't. It wasn't made to go in a blender. The banana was made for your mouth, to put it in your mouth and chew it. That's how God made food. God made food for you to chew. You said, fuck God, I'm going to make a blender. That's what you said. Food was not made for blenders. 100 years, thousands of years, nobody had a blender. If you wanted to blend it, you had to take one of the mortar and pestles and fucking pump it to death. Now that's a blender, all right? It's not good for your gut. It's not good for your digestive system. Slurping down a whole banana in 30 seconds when it would take you maybe 10 minutes to eat the thing. Maybe not, but you got to chew the banana. It takes longer to chew than it does to slurp. So you're not digesting the smoothie properly. And what is the smoothie? Take all of those whole fruits. What do you put in your smoothie? What's in your wallet? What's in your smoothie? A banana, a mango. The way you just slurp down a whole banana and a whole mango and a half a cup of peanut butter, take all of that out of the blender and try eating it just like that. And you tell me you can digest it the same. Like, it's fucked up, dude. That's why I'm done drinking smoothies, because it's allowed me to see, like, oh, wow, like, I'm putting a lot in my stomach very quickly that cannot be naturally digested if I were just to eat it individually. So I'm done drinking smoothies. And that's how I'm going to end this stream, because I got to go.
This was just to get me to